I made over $4,000 within the first 3 days of this month with my personal phone flipping business. And I'm not going to lie to you, about 2,000 of this was actual profit. And in this video, I'm going to go over exactly how I did it, the exact 3-step process that I used to do it, and how you could actually do this too and actually make a shit ton of money with phone flipping like I do myself. So the first thing is your offer, right? So your offer is obviously quick cash for phones. My offer is obviously quick cash for phones, but it's not about the offer because everybody could have the same offer, but it's all about how you market the actual offer, right? That is the most important step right here, is how you actually market the offer. The most important step is marketing. Next thing is actually selling the phones. So all three of this, if you have all three of this dialed in, you will be able to make over $10,000 a month with phone flipping. If you have your offer dialed in, you market it the right way, and you sell your phones fast enough to the right people, this is the winning formula to making over $10,000 a month. But the thing is that you could have one of these things wrong, and that's the reason why you're not getting the $10,000 a month. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to get all three of these steps actually right. So the first thing is this is the actual strategy that I personally use to get to $10,000 a month, and what I personally do now to still consistently make $10,000 a month or more than that, right? First thing is inbound leads to source your phones. Now, this is by far the biggest thing. If you're not going to listen to anything in this video, please listen to this, because this is the biggest reason why I see phone flippers actually fail, is because they rely on Facebook Marketplace to source their phones. I see a lot of people doing cold outreach on Facebook Marketplace. That's the only way they source their phones. You're not going to get enough phones with that. You're gonna reach out to 20 people. You're gonna reach out to 30 people. A lot of them are gonna ghost you. It's a whole lot of bullshit, a whole lot of headache. It's 10x the effort to actually get a phone, right? You want to have inbound leads. People come to you to sell you a phone. It's a lot easier, like dead ass. It's a lot easier when people come to you to sell you a phone. Like, people want you to buy their phone. So you want to be running ads, paid ads, to get these people to actually come to you to sell you their phone. So you have to market your offer of quick cash for phones, I buy phones, all over, on Facebook ads, Instagram ads, everything like that. And that will get people to message you so they could actually sell their used phone or new phone or cracked phone to you. So you want to have inbound leads to source your phones. You don't want to be outreaching to people to source your phones. Next thing is you only want to be focusing on $50 to $100 profits. Now, if you want to get to $10,000 a month, this is what you want to do. You only want to focus on $50 to $100 profits. Anything below this is a waste of time unless it's a bulk deal. So it is acceptable, because I have suppliers, and a lot of people that I know that I personally work with, they have suppliers too. Some of them don't. But if you're getting phones like 10, 20, 30, 40 or more at one time from one person, okay, you could settle for like $30 profit, $40 profit per phone. But there's a certain point where you have to draw the line, right? If you're getting 10, 20, 30 phones at a time, but you're making $10 profit off each, no, I wouldn't do that. But if you're getting 10, 20, 30 phones at a time and you're making $30, $40 profit each, okay, that's okay. So unless it's a bulk deal, you're only focusing on $50 to $100 profit per phone. Next thing is suppliers plus wholesale buyers. So you want to try and get, really it's not like there's a method to get a supplier, right? To get a bulk supplier, somebody that will supply you with iPhones in bulk, right? There's not a method. The way that I found my suppliers, and that all the people that I've ever worked with, how they found their bulk suppliers, is through Facebook paid ads. So it all comes down to volume negates luck, right? So it's like, if you have your Facebook ad running and you run it every day and you don't shut it off, you're bound to get lucky, right? If you run it every single day, you respond to every single lead every single day, you're going to have a lucky day. That's what it comes down to. Completely, that's what it comes down to. And I figured that out after working with hundreds of people with phone flipping, is that if you just run the Facebook ad the right way and you do it actually every single day, you market yourself on Instagram too, you're running Instagram ads too. But if you're just marketing yourself everywhere, your name will get out there. The more people will see your ad, the more eyeballs you'll get, the more attention you'll get. Eventually, you'll have someone reach out to you that has bulk phones, that gets phones in bulk, has 10, 20, 30 phones a week to sell you. It just happens just by putting yourself out there consistently every single day. So if you show up every single day, you're not going to miss a lucky day. So there's no real method to get suppliers, but that's what I've found. Is if you have everything running every single day, you're marketing yourself every single day, it's going to happen, guaranteed. Next thing is wholesale buyers. This is what actually brings the whole business together. This is the backbone of your business. A wholesale buyer, if you want to get to 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, $20,000 a month with phone flipping, you need a wholesale buyer. It's a non-negotiable, 100% non-negotiable, because this is going to get money back in your pocket as quick as possible. And not only that, but this is what's actually going to allow you to get to $10,000 a month, because they buy every single phone on the market. So when you have a wholesale buyer, you're able to buy. This opens the door for you this opens the door for you to be able to buy every single phone on the market. So carrier locked phones, blacklisted phones, passcode locked phones, phones that don't power on, like everything you could possibly imagine, you could buy that phone and you could resell it to these buyers. So obviously by default, you're going to make more money being able to buy every single phone than if you were to just stick with carrier unlocked phones, right? Because when you are selling on public marketplaces like Facebook or OfferUp or eBay, you have to sell carrier unlocked phones. You can't sell blacklisted phones. You can't sell all these terrible phones that are not in great condition on a regular marketplace, but you can sell them to wholesale buyers, and that's why you're going to be able to make a lot of money. That's one of the reasons why you're going to be able to make a lot of money. I'll get to all the other reasons a little bit later in this video. But that's the actual 10K a month strategy. You want to have inbound leads coming to you, focus on $50 to $100 profits. Eventually, through the Facebook ads and the Instagram ads that you're running, you'll find suppliers, and all the phones that you get throughout this whole entire process, you want to sell straight to the wholesale buyers, because you'll get paid out as quick as possible. You'll get your cash back super quick so you could go and buy more phones. And if you personally want help with all of this, you want help with actually marketing yourself, marketing your offer, you want help with finding wholesale buyers, and you just want help implementing all this, I'll personally help you do this. You could just click the first link in the description and you could book in a call with me. And if we're a good fit to work together, I'll help you out with all of this. And this is for if you actually already have a phone flipping business, or you already have a phone flipping side hustle. I will help you actually scale this by, just giving you the winning Facebook ads that work for me, my personal wholesale buyers that I actually sell my phones to, and just help you implement this whole entire 10K a month strategy. So yeah, if you do want that, you could click that first link in the description, and I'll help you out with everything that I just went over. Now, these are things that you want to avoid doing. These are things that you very, very, very well want to avoid doing. So if you don't, just watch this through so you don't fuck yourself over, and so you actually do this the right way, right? So first of all is relying on Facebook Marketplace to source your phones. Going back to what I was saying earlier, Facebook Marketplace, this is the main problem I see people do. You want to avoid this. Facebook Marketplace is very inconsistent. And again, it's 10x the effort for good deals. If you want to find a good deal, it's literally 10x the effort, and you have to do a whole lot of bullshit, right? You don't want to be relying on Facebook Marketplace because it's not something to rely on. It's very random. You're relying on an algorithm, right? It's very, very random. And some days there'll be times where people don't even list a phone on Facebook. So what do? You don't do shit because you don't have any other way to source phones. So can you do cold outreach? Yes, you could. But you want to have a consistent, predictable way to source your phones, which will be Facebook ads. So I'm not saying this is completely bad and completely avoid going on Facebook Marketplace to source your phones. No, I'm just saying have a consistent, predictable way to consistently bring in phones, and you could do Facebook Marketplace outreach on the side, right? While you have your consistent source of phones coming in. Next thing is selling your phones on Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp. You need to have, again, if you want to scale to $10,000 a month or even beyond that, you need to have wholesale buyers. It's a non-negotiable. Selling phones on Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp is the second biggest mistake you could possibly do, because you're selling your phones way too slow. The reality is, the math is that if you want to, all right, first of all, if you want to go to $5,000 a month, if you want to make $5,000 a month with phone flipping, you have to get around $50 a month at $100 profit. You cannot sell 50 phones in a month on Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp. Like, trust me, you cannot sell 50 phones on Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp in a single month. You cannot do that in a single month. And if you do, you're going to be working a shit ton of hours. It's going to be a double full-time job, right? So we want to minimize the amount of time that we're actually putting into this. And actually, obviously, you want to be getting rid of the phones as quick as possible, right? So if I have a wholesale buyer and I get 50 phones, I could sell all 50 phones in a day. It'll take me a day. I pack them in a box, I ship them to the buyer, I get paid, right? I'm not selling the phone one by one by one by one, because the reality is you're wasting a lot of time. If you're selling your phones on Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp, because let's say I have 50 phones in inventory, first of all, that cash is sitting, your money is literally sitting in inventory when I could be getting paid out for those phones and invest that money right back into more phones. But you're sitting on your inventory, you're messaging with people all day, you're going here to meet up with this person, here to meet up with that person, you're driving all the way here to meet up with that person. It's just a whole lot of bullshit that you could avoid if you just get a wholesale buyer. So you'll always sell your phones way too slow, and you're not even going to be able to get up to like $5,000 a month in profit with selling your phones on Facebook Marketplace, let alone $10,000 a month, right? So with this, your money is sitting, literally just sitting in inventory, and you're wasting a lot of time doing meetups with all these random people at a bunch of random locations, driving all over the fucking place, right? I personally hate it. Next thing is avoid not showing up every day. You want to show up every single day, because I promise you, if you actually have this system in place and you are out flipping phones every single day, you will dominate your competition. To be honest, you won't even have any competition, because the reality is this 10K a month strategy that I just went over, there is like 1% of phone flippers are doing this. Literally 1% of phone flippers are doing this. When you go on YouTube and you search up phone flipping, you see the same gurus, and all they talk about is doing cold outreach on Facebook Marketplace and selling your phones right back on Facebook Marketplace or eBay, right? So this 10K a month strategy that I'm personally doing right now, there's very, very, very few people doing this. So if you do what the 1% do, obviously you're going to get 1% type of results. But if you do what 99% of phone flippers do, obviously you're going to get what 99% of the phone flipper results get, right? Which is like $1,000 a month or $2,000 a month, right? I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you want to be obviously make more than that. And just so you know, like, I'm not like bullshitting you or like, oh, the strategy only worked for him and the strategy doesn't work for anybody else. Like, these are people that I've literally personally helped. And these are all people that have used this exact strategy, that I personally helped implement this exact strategy. So this is, and these people are all in different situations, by the way. Like, some of them work jobs. This dude works a full 9-to-5 job. His first month on this strategy, he made $2,000 profit. And this was his first month phone flipping, actually. He never had any phone flipping experience before this. This is one of my clients from my mentorship. And yeah, he works a full 9-to-5 job, and he made $2,000 profit his first month ever flipping phones. This is one of my clients, Amir. He was actually running this system, but he was doing it the wrong way. So that's why I said, if you need any help, I can help you actually implement this the right way, because he was making $4,000 a month, and he was running Facebook ads and also selling phones to private buyers, but he was just doing it the wrong way. There's a couple little things that we had to tweak. He bought some course from some well-known dude on phone flipping that you guys probably know. I'm not going to name drop, but you guys probably know him. And yeah, he bought his course, started running his generic picture ads and generic video ads on Facebook and Instagram, and they didn't work well for him. And we got him on board, and yeah, within our first 2 months, he made $18,000 in profit within 2 months of working together. So obviously, you could have like I just told you the system. You could either implement it yourself or you could work with me to implement it, because obviously, like, if you do it the wrong way, you're not going to get those types of results. But another one of my clients, Arson, like these are, keep in mind, these are all people that have used this strategy and implemented it the right way, right? So Arson, he went from $6,000 profit a month to $10,000 profit our first month working together. He was doing outreach on Facebook Marketplace, and then he was just selling his phones back on Facebook Marketplace. He also had a private buyer, but most of his phones went back on Facebook Marketplace. But revamped his whole entire system, give him the winning ads, and also my wholesale buyers, and he got to $10,000 profit a month. I could go on and on about all these people that I've actually helped, but it's all the same thing, right? Some of them are in different. All of them are in completely different situations. Some of them work jobs. All of them are in completely different areas. So I know what I'm doing when it comes to this, because I've helped a bunch of people actually do this in different situations, different parts of the U.S. and everything like that. Different everything, different capital ranges, everything. So I know what to do, and I know how to implement the strategy the right way, so you could actually make a shit ton of money. So yeah, again, if you want any help with any of this, you could click that first link in the description. I'll just help you out with everything we just went over, and actually implement this the right way. Because if you do implement this the wrong way, you will not get good results. But yeah, I'll help you with the marketing, give you my wholesale buyers, the Facebook ads, Instagram ads, everything like that, and help you implement all of this. So if you want that, you can just click that first link. And I hope this video provided some value to you if you're a phone flipper. So yeah, I'll see you guys later.